6 league matches, something that Steve McLaren and his team will attempt to address, but they'll have to do it ironically without the player who is their leading scorer, Alan Boksic, who, as we'll see when we see the teams a little later, is absent from their lineup today. Andy D'Urso is the match referee. He had a busy Boxing Day at the Aston Villa against Liverpool match, unwittingly provided an assist for Liverpool's opening goal, and then was further criticised by the Aston Villa manager John Gregory for awarding Liverpool a penalty after a fall by Steven Gerrard in the area, a penalty incidentally that Liverpool subsequently missed. The fourth official, who you can see in your picture there on the left, is Paul Alcock, and Mr. D'Urso is meeting and greeting Paul Ince, who even on a cold afternoon like this maintains his tradition of not putting his shirt on until the very last moment. Ince in amicable discussions with the two mascots, and Paul Ince, a familiar foe to Arsenal from his days with Manchester United and with Liverpool. Actually scored 2 goals for Liverpool against Arsenal in his Anfield career, and he's also scored against Arsenal since he made the move to the Riverside Stadium. Arsenal will be seeking, incidentally, their 50th league victory against Middlesbrough here today, and certainly in view of the form book you would say they would be odds on to get it. But having said that, Middlesbrough were victors here at Highbury last April, proving as ever that the only thing predictable about football is that it throws up the unpredictable. Patrick Vieira is going to lead out Arsenal, a player who is still looking for his first league goal of the calendar year 2001, and today presents him with his last opportunity to get it. Well, the atmosphere hasn't always been friendly in matches here at Highbury of late, but it seems particularly amenable prior to this one. Whether it remains so at the end, we shall see, but it's all smiles between Ince and Vieira as they come out here at Highbury. So the teams are met and greeted by the supporters here, and let's now take a look at the two sides. Arsenal make 2 changes to the team that beat Chelsea in their last game. Fullback Lauren is suspended, so Oleg Luzhny makes only his 2nd start in the Premiership this season. Ray Parlour hasn't recovered from a dead leg sustained in that game, so Giovanni van Bronckhorst comes in. So yet another change in what used to be a settled back 4. Luzhny will hope for a good performance with Lee Dixon winning his fight for fitness, and it's the 4th successive game that Kanu and Henry have started together. A blow for Middlesbrough with the news that Alan Boksic, scorer of their only goal in the last 6 league games, is out with flu. Hamilton Rickard, who scored here last season, takes his place. Borough will start 4-4-2. Marinelli and Greening in the wide positions are interchangeable. The front two, Rickard and Whelan, haven't mustered a goal between them this season. Whelan has scored only once in the league in his Borough career. And it's a year tomorrow since Patrick Vieira's last league goal for Arsenal in a match against Sunderland. Today is his last chance to register in the Premiership in the year 2001. Vieira, an inspirational figure, very much the heartbeat of this Arsenal team. Has already served 1 suspension this season, or certainly this month, for 5 cautions picked up. He also served one earlier in the campaign when he was sent off against Leicester. Oleg Luzhny is another one who's been shown a red card this season. That was in Europe against Schalke back in October. But today is really an opportunity for him to impress in the right-back role, because Lauren, who's suspended today, will be absent with Cameroon in the African Nations Championship next month, and Lee Dixon is on his way back to fitness and played in a specially arranged friendly against Peterborough last week. So Oleg Luzhny will wear number 22 in the right back's role for Arsenal this afternoon. Noel Whelan is part of the front two for Middlesbrough today. He's 27 tomorrow. It's only his third league appearance of the season and his second start, having begun the last game, the defeat by Newcastle. But he's only ever scored 2 goals in his Borough career, and only one of those was in the league. That was at Ipswich 14 months ago. And today he'll be partnered by Hamilton Rickard, who got Middlesbrough's only shot on target when they played here at Highbury last season, and yet they won 3-0. The other 2 goals were both own goals. Rickard has only scored 1 since then, and that was against Leicester 2 matches later. Andy D'Urso is today's match referee. He was the referee who sent off Patrick Vieira when Leicester played here back in August, one of 5 red cards he's issued in the Premiership this season. Middlesbrough then in their change strip, blue and black, get the game underway. Frank Kedru, who's on loan for the rest of the season from Lens, playing on the left-hand side of defence for Middlesbrough. And this is Carlos Marinelli, familiar figure in the white boots, finding Jonathan Greening. Oleg Luzhny being given his first work of the afternoon to do, and in the first half minute, Arsenal have conceded a corner. I'll keep a close eye on Rickard, particularly Luzhny. Henry was checking for the near post. The ball was flicked back by Frank Kedru. Whelan robbed of it by Kanu, who does well. He looked to set Pires away, but Pires just couldn't keep it in play. Kanu, another player that Arsenal will be missing when the African Nations Championship begins in Mali next month. Musto coming under pressure, and it's Vieira who's given away the free kick. This is Greening. Now Kedru. Given away to Patrick Vieira. This is Giovanni van Bronckhorst. Pires. Kanu and Lundberg are both waiting in the middle if Henry can provide. And when he did, Southgate was well positioned to clear. Pires. It's a foul and a free kick, and nothing more than that. Stockdale the offender. Important early clearance from Gareth Southgate, cutting out Thierry Henry's cross just as Kanu was ready to pounce. Van Bronckhorst. Martin Keown came around the back, still to score his first goal of this season. 4 league goals in his Arsenal career, Keown. And he saw his central defensive partner Sol Campbell get on the score sheet in the last game here against Arsenal, against Chelsea on Boxing Day. Van Bronckhorst looking for Henry. Southgate. Marinelli unable to keep it in. This is Thierry Henry. Oleg Luzhny. Cleared by Stockdale. Now Kedru. This is Gareth Southgate. Long one from Southgate that's easily claimed by Stuart Taylor, who keeps his place in the Arsenal team despite the return to fitness of Richard Wright, who's among the substitutes today. Here's Sol Campbell. Pires. Stockdale for the throw-in. Robert Pires, who was among the scorers when Arsenal won at Middlesbrough on the opening day of the season. 4 goals to 0, the scoreline then. And Arsenal today, therefore, looking for their first league double of the campaign. Stockdale away. This is Hamilton Rickard. Robbie Stockdale. Number 9 here is Paul Ince. This is Vieira. Henry. Put away carelessly by Thierry Henry to Marinelli. Greening has support out to his left. And it was from Kedru, but having overrun it, he then clatters awkwardly into Oleg Luzhny. And what was the referee's view of that incident? He's immediately pulled Greening away from the vicinity of the incident. And he does so, promptly checked on the fitness of Luzhny. Paul Ince has joined the debate, but it's a yellow card for Greening. It's a full-blooded challenge by Jonathan Greening. Merited the caution. Flaggers up for offside. Here as it was, who was in an offside position. Just over 5 minutes gone then in this FA Barclaycard Premiership match. Arsenal 0, Middlesbrough 0. No doubt about the offside decision. Arsenal have won 4 of their last 6 Premiership meetings with Middlesbrough. Borough have won the other 2. But there was a strong feeling that it was a freakish result when they won here last season. Of course, it was the result that handed the title to Manchester United, who had played earlier that day. This is Ince. Cole. Now Vieira. Henry. Pires. Too long for Thierry Henry. Henry, who scored 22 goals in 25 matches this season, a tremendous record. Hugo Ehiog will be attempting to stop him from adding to that tally today. Who's been sent off in this fixture when it was staged at the Riverside Stadium in the not too distant past. Marinelli, Ince. It's a bit short for Stockdale, and Pires has stolen it. He's got Van Bronckhorst in support, but he's used Henry. And Thierry Henry didn't get enough bend on it to curl it around Mark Crossley, and the goalkeeper well positioned to claim it. Cleared by Ashley Cole. Stockdale with the throw. Marinelli, Whelan. Marinelli again looking to get through. Cleared by Sol Campbell. Ince. Robbie Mustoe. Whelan and Rickard were both going for the same ball, but it does fall in the end for Rickard. The unfortunate aspect for Middlesbrough, 2 strikers unfamiliar with playing alongside each other, and still the understanding to develop, and it was noticeable then how Whelan and Rickard both went to the same area. Pires lining up the shot from distance, and one that was never really going to trouble Mark Crossley. Pires, whose goal at the Riverside Stadium on the opening day of the season was from the penalty spot. Hamilton Rickard, now Marinelli. Seems to have got the edge on Ashley Cole, then fell did Marinelli. Throw given. There by Campbell. Ince. Marinelli's layoff aim for Stockdale, but Cole in there commandingly. Strong defender, Ashley Cole. Come off Thierry Henry for a fairly tame throw-in, although Henry clearly felt there was a push in the back there that should have earned him a free kick. Rickard's touch. Marinelli. Rickard has Whelan in the middle. Whelan though was isolated and Arsenal had plenty back. Canu getting himself into difficulties. Mustoe, now Greening. Mustoe again. Kedru, the tackle by Luzhny. Vieira. Ljungberg. Luzhny looking to play one round to Henry, who's got Ehiob there with him. Luzhny cleared by Southgate. There were too many men to get through to reach Pires. This is Van Bronckhorst. Oleg Luzhny with a header onto Vieira. Gareth Southgate sticking with Vieira and getting it away. Canu. And Southgate concedes the corner. Arsenal winning a corner in the 11th minute of the game. And Sol Campbell, who scored his first goal in his new club colours against Chelsea on Boxing Day, forward for this kick. Decision taken out of the goalkeeper's hands by Gareth Southgate. Marinelli under pressure here from Pires. He's done well to win it back. Vieira's ball though is cut out by Mustoe, who plays for the throw and wins it off Henry. Well, Middlesbrough's old problems have very much returned to haunt them of late. They struggled to score goals at the start of the season. Premiership campaign was 3 games in. Challenged by Rickard. It's going to be punishable not only by the award of a free kick, but also the second booking for a Middlesbrough player already, and we've only played 12 minutes. Hamilton Rickard, the player in trouble. Bronckhorst floats it across, and Mustoe allows it to run. Middlesbrough went 3 games at the start of the season without scoring before Colin Cooper registered their first Premiership goal of the season against Newcastle. And now they failed to score in 5 of their last 6 matches. Gone almost 5.5 hours since their last goal. Alan Boxic's winner at Blackburn. Stockdale looking to feed it across and get some service to their front 2 today of Whelan and Rickard. But they haven't been able to make too much of an impression so far, the new front 2. They do miss Boxic. Middlesbrough have denied that his absence has anything to do with the manner in which he went off after being substituted against Newcastle. Southgate. Kedru. Oh, it's run beyond Luzhny. Now can Greening get there? No, because Keown does. Look how quickly Keown gets back into position to defend against the throw, which in the end is defended well by Ljungberg. The arms of Kedru raised, although the referee and assistant felt more in self-defence than anything else, and they've awarded Arsenal a throw. Thierry Henry. Freddie Ljungberg. Kanu's inside, and he's reached him. It's Kanu! And Stockdale, having hit it against his own goalkeeper, finds that the force is taken out of it by that deflection off Crossley. But it was a teasing little ball in. It was a poor first touch by Kanu. Otherwise, the opening might have been clearer, and it was hit and hope really from Robbie Stockdale. It was going wide anyway before he made absolutely sure. Ince defends the corner. That was the first real problem that Arsenal have caused Middlesbrough, certainly directly at their goal anyway. Ashley Cole, Keown, Pires, Keown again, now Kanu. Holds off Southgate. Henry looking for the delicate touch through to Van Bronckhorst. It's fallen here for Pires. It was a good move along the line that Vieira had made, but in fact he was offside. Middlesbrough appear to have an injury problem. Kedru is the player who's gone down. An injury to his right foot. Nice testing time that Middlesbrough's defence has had so far. And Freddie Ljungberg was very much at the heart of that good Arsenal play. Keown, Vieira, Van Bronckhorst, now Ljungberg. Taylor, it's a risky kick. Marinelli. Whelan trying to drag it past Sol Campbell, and there's a push there by Whelan. There's the assistant Simon Gajan, who drew Andy D'Urso, the referee's attention to the push by Whelan. Here's Keown. Stockdale lets it float by. Well, Middlesbrough's win here last April was their first in 62 years and only their 6th away league win against Arsenal in 51 attempts. It was earned partly as a result of 2 own goals from Silvinho, who's no longer with the club, and Edu, who is, but doesn't even make the substitutes bench today. Here's Thierry Henry. Luzhny as well to keep it in. Kedru, corner. Well, it's taken a quarter of an hour to settle down, but Arsenal now are beginning to assert themselves and cause Middlesbrough 1 or 2 problems. Van Bronckhorst with the corner. It's a fist clear by Crossley. Pires rescues it for Luzhny. His aim was to put Ljungberg through, but there was a pullback there by Freddie Ljungberg on Kedru. One or 2 grumbles from the Arsenal fans about the amount of time that Crossley's taken over free kicks and goal kicks. Not that the time is really Middlesbrough's to waste at the moment. Well, I'm sure they would be happy with another clean sheet. It's getting goals at the other end that's been the problem for them. And so far, Whelan and Rickard haven't offered the solution. Here's Thierry Henry. Purposeful move by him. Marinelli. Cole. Blocked by Ince. Vieira. Away from Henry. Pires will pick it up. Pires looking to make an angle for himself, or instead for Patrick Vieira. But that perhaps demonstrates why the wait for a league goal has been a long one. Didn't even go out for a goal kick to throw into Middlesbrough. Greening. Southgate. Rickard kept it in, but only for Keown's benefit. This is Campbell. Ashley Cole. Whelan determined in his pursuit of Cole, forcing him back to Campbell. Luzhny to Ljungberg. Campbell. This is Van Bronckhorst. He hasn't scored yet for Arsenal since his move from Rangers. It's patient play by Arsenal, but it's not really taking them anywhere as yet. Luzhny looks forward though to Kanu. Now Ljungberg. The Arsenal fans love to see this man on the ball. Vieira. Kanu. Away by Kedru. Kanu looking for the follow-up. It was Southgate who got it away. And Whelan now has a chase against Sol Campbell, and he's won it! Would you believe it? A dreadful error by Campbell, and Noel Whelan gets through. A day short of his 27th birthday, he celebrates in style. It's an unlikely lead for Middlesbrough here. But what a nightmare for Campbell. It was nothing more than a hopeful punt out of defence, and Campbell seemed to have the edge. But it was a wayward touch from him, a gift for Noel Whelan. And thank you very much, said the Middlesbrough striker. The first shot that Middlesbrough have conjured on the Arsenal goal, Campbell wondering just how that got away. Not quite the first Noel goal this Christmas time, but only the third of his Middlesbrough career, and certainly his first of this season. His only other league goal for Middlesbrough was at Ipswich 14 months ago, and this is his 30th appearance for the club. Sol Campbell. Keown to Van Bronckhorst. Kanu looking to turn. Keown too short for Van Bronckhorst, and Ince is in the way. Ljungberg. Vieira. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. Pires let it run to Henry, and it's cleared by Southgate. Sol Campbell, more sure-footed with his touch this time. Whelan. Marinelli. Push by Ashley Cole. Marinelli with a free kick. Away by Ashley Cole. Van Bronckhorst looks to set Thierry Henry away. Now has he got the measure of Ehiog, who's forced him out wide. No writing off Henry though, he still pulls it across. Stockdale though can let it run, it's safely away from Perez. Well, they need Henry to turn on the style now. On too many occasions, Arsenal, it seems, concede the first goal here. They did so against Chelsea, but recovered. It's almost as though they need that wake-up call. Now Middlesbrough have to show some defensive proficiency to hold on to what they have. Luzhny. Vieira. Away by Ince. Vieira again to Kanu. Couldn't quite force it out wide. It's away by Stockdale this time. And that's a heavy touch by Sol Campbell. Marinelli. Ricard. Back to Ince. Vieira. Vieira. Henry. Ljungberg making the run through the middle. Southgate away. Greening. Ricard. Powerfully hit through by Stockdale, but beyond Greening's reach. Sol Campbell has had to show a great strength of character just to complete a successful move here to Highbury, bearing in mind the ripples it created across North London. Lovely touch there by Henry into the path of Cole, who's given it back to Thierry Henry here. Ljungberg just couldn't control the shot that time. Campbell, who was particularly impressive on his first return to White Hart Lane, managing to shut out all the abuse that he took that day. Now he has to show similar strength and resolve to recover from that mistake. Here's Henry. Trying to get away from Marinelli. Henry gets a shot away. It's blocked though by Musto. Luzhny. Perez. Trying to guide it across, and it went through Ehiog and Ince and breaks to Van Bronckhorst. Well, it was powerfully struck by Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. But what it had in power, it lacked in accuracy. So Arsenal beaten just once in their last 8 matches by Newcastle. Trailing to a goal by Noel Whelan in the first quarter of this FA Barclaycard Premiership match. Kedru. Ricard with a touch. Greening. Here's Perez. To try and get past Ince. Good defending by Stockdale. Vieira. Loose play by him, but Ricard will have to do a lot of work on his own here. He's literally up on his own against 5 at the back for Arsenal. And Marinelli didn't arrive quickly enough for him. Was asking a lot then for Ricard to make the most of Vieira's mistake. Here's Ljungberg. Oleg Luzhny. Kanu. Keown. Van Bronckhorst. Kanu with support from Luzhny. Pires was looking to get on the end of it. It was Stockdale away. Whelan's put his own defence back under pressure here. Still they can't clear it. Greening was the latest to attempt to do so. Luzhny across. Musto who got it clear. And clearly Arsenal feel they should have had a throw in then. The assistant felt he saw a deflection off the back of Freddie Ljungberg's head. Now Hamilton Ricard has gone down. Oleg Luzhny then fell over the prone body of the Middlesbrough player. He's holding the back of his head, but was there anything in this, or could it be that Middlesbrough are trying to just use up valuable seconds and take us a little close to half time? Oh, well, that speaks for itself. The contact with Keown tame in the extreme. Can't believe that little brush inflicted the sort of pain that Ricard is claiming he's in. And surely he will have to go off the field. Well, surprisingly, not being enforced, and Ricard being allowed to stay there. This kick by Campbell, Luzhny away. Marinelli, Cole. Here's Whelan, the goal scorer. Marinelli. Ince. Away by Campbell. This is Vieira. Now Henry. Vieira again. Luzhny. Pires. Luzhny's cross. Away by Robbie Mustoe. Cole comes in. Was as clean a strike as Ashley Cole would have liked. Still only 21 years of age, Ashley Cole, despite his prominence in the Arsenal team and the fact that he's also managed to get into the England setup. Ricard wins a free kick out of Keown now. Arsenal defender bewildered by that decision. Paul Ince enjoying the moment. Ince and Marinelli could be the greatest danger to the Arsenal wall here. Kedra has joined the end of that wall and is getting one or two strange looks from Vieira. Marinelli. Taylor stays in control. Here's Ashley Cole. Pires. Campbell. A long raking one for Henry that Stockdale will get away. Cole. Away by Stockdale. Perez. Cole deflected across and cleared by Ugo Ehiog. Canu. This is Perez. Henry gets it back. Van Bronckhorst unable to keep the shot down. Screen from Southgate, but it was requiring of good technique from Arsene Wenger's team and Van Bronckhorst in particular to test the goalkeeper from there. Worrying moments these for the Arsenal manager, who's seen his side lose 3 times this season, and all of those league defeats have occurred here at Highbury. Greening. Clipped away by Keown. That's Southgate. Offside flag up against Whelan. Vieira. Cole. Canu. Holds off Ince. Cole again. Now Perez. Ljungberg. Lizny. Ljungberg. Cole. In comes Ugo Ehiog. Marinelli. Ehiog's continued his run. Marinelli, though, wants to come inside. Finds Rickard. Foul against Cole. Arsenal's discipline has been in constant question this year, and there have been 1 or 2 signs that their frustration with the referee is growing. There's been a very argumentative element towards Andy D'Urso, which has heightened since Arsenal conceded that goal. Ince Kedru over the free kick. Kedru. Well, it was dipping, but not quickly enough. Kedru's only goal for Borough occurred on his home debut. It was a header against Sunderland. No worries for Taylor from his free kick. Perez. Southgate got it clear, but the referee had blown for Marinelli's foul there on Perez. Ince cleverly delaying the taking of the free kick. Van Bronckhorst and Henry. Thierry Henry deflected, corner. Campbell's in there for the 4th Arsenal corner, and it went across to Perez. Keown stooping down with a header. Here's Henry. Keown meets it. Away by Greening. Now Rickard up against two defenders. Safety first from Ashley Cole, who gets a bit of help from his goalkeeper. Rickard. Greening. Ljungberg. Kanu. Away by Southgate. Luzhny. Vieira. This is Ashley Cole. Ljungberg. Luzhny. It's broken off Musto. Henry's got away from Ehiog, and no one there to pick up the pieces. The great ball he played across, that was an open invitation, but no one for Arsenal there to accept it. All of Henry's good work goes to waste. Away by Southgate. Campbell. Van Bronckhorst. And away by Robbie Stockdale. Vieira. The play by Vieira. Perez. Luzhny. Keown. Ljungberg. Cole looking to play it through for Perez! Off the post! Kanu goes for the follow-up. Ljungberg! Wide! Well, more encouraging for Arsenal, certainly. So close to half-time. Ljungberg couldn't convert the follow-up, but Perez going really close. It was good play here from Cole, good vision. Played it round the back of Stockdale. The angle made it difficult, and Crossley may even have got a touch onto that to help it onto the post. Here's Perez. Luzhny forces it through for Ljungberg. Ince loses out to Van Bronckhorst, who's forced to ground by Musto, and then Ince comes in after the whistle had blown. And although the Arsenal fans didn't like it, Van Bronckhorst made nothing of it, to his credit. And the lack of a reaction means that there's no further action taken by Andy D'Urso. Van Bronckhorst over the free kick. Well, it was bending and it was dipping, but again it didn't come down quickly enough for Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, who now it seems has reacted a little belatedly about Ince's challenge on him. Not sure whether that was what Mark Crossley intended, but he found his man, Marinelli, who in turn has found Whelan. Cole. Vieira. Luzhny. Vieira's cross, Ljungberg looks to get there. Ince gets it away. Ricard. Greening. Away by Kedru. Campbell. Keown. Van Bronckhorst. Looks long for Henry. Ehiod gets it clear. Steve McLaren, delighted when Middlesbrough won here last April because it helped him as Manchester United coach to secure a league title. The victory will be all the sweeter for being closer to home if they manage it here today. Ljungberg. Kanu. Luzhny. To escape the attentions of Van Bronckhorst. This is Pires. Greening probably should have had a free kick then for Van Bronckhorst's challenge. It's come off Ince, and Stockdale will prevent it from going for a corner as we move into the 2 minutes of stoppage time that's been added. Here's Pires. Henry looks long for Ljungberg. Got to get away from Kedru and he can't escape. But he has won a corner. A minute left. Can Arsenal equalise before half-time? It's Van Bronckhorst's corner. Oh, and a guiding header just wide. Vieira it was. He and Campbell, I think it was, going for the same ball. And Vieira just got there first to divert it away from goal. You wonder in retrospect what might have happened had it cleared Vieira and gone to Campbell. And Campbell, of all the players in the Arsenal side, perhaps the most desperate for them to get back on level terms and cancel out the goal that Noel Whelan has scored for Steve McLaren's side. Luzhny's ball. Henry. Kanu! Looks like it'll be the second half before Arsenal can get back on a level footing now. Henry's header. Kanu kept it low, but wide. Well, Middlesbrough with only 2 attempts on target in that first half, but from one of them, they've got the only goal of the game so far. Noel Whelan profiting from the mistake of Sol Campbell, and on the eve of his 27th birthday, getting his first goal of the season. Middlesbrough playing effectively on the break to Campbell's cost. Arsenal started a stage of revival towards the end of the half with Pires hitting the post, but they've conceded the first goal again here at home. And at half-time at Highbury, it's Arsenal 0, Middlesbrough 1. Arsenal 0, Middlesbrough 1 then the half-time score. Noel Whelan having scored the goal that separates the two teams. Two teams who are unchanged from the way they started the game. Neither Steve McLaren nor Arsene Wenger has seen any need at this stage to send on a substitute. Arsenal are going to require a change of fortune to recover from a familiar position. They were a goal down, of course, here against Chelsea, and Sol Campbell, whose error allowed Middlesbrough their goal, got them back into that game against Chelsea with the equaliser. Arsenal, in fact, have had worse predicaments than this season. They were 2-0 down at half-time against Aston Villa here and came back to win the game by 3-2. Are we to see another Jekyll and Hyde display by Arsenal with a more forceful and determined attempt in this second half? Although, having said that, to a degree, they've been unlucky already. The scoreline doesn't perhaps reflect the balance of play. Whelan's goal, one of only 2 efforts that Middlesbrough mustered on target, whereas Arsenal, going forward, have looked a threat, although Pires has come the closest to scoring for them with the effort that hit the post. 15 efforts from Arsenal in the first 45 minutes, and Arsene Wenger will be hoping that they can turn some of those into goals during this second period. Away by Gareth Southgate. It's Keown. Now Luzhny. Middlesbrough have defended reasonably solidly so far. Ehiog there was playing everyone onside, but clears comfortably enough. They've defended deep. They've looked to catch Arsenal on the counter, and it was from a counter-attack after Middlesbrough had been under pressure at one end that they got their goal. Campbell failing to cut out Southgate's ball, and Whelan making the most of the opportunity. Here's Stockdale. Now Campbell. Cole in a duel with Whelan, and it's Marinelli now finding Robbie Mustoe, who's got Greening out to his left, but uses Kedru instead. Ricard offside. This is Keown. Sol Campbell. Looking long for Kanu. Arsenal's 3 defeats in the league this season, all here. Leeds, Charlton and Newcastle, the teams to come to Highbury and win in the Premiership. In all, they've a much better record on the road than they have at home. Before today, they'd gained 14 points at home, compared with 22 that they'd picked up in their away matches this season. Kedru's header, back by Whelan. Now Patrick Vieira. Van Bronckhorst. Stockdale. Pires. Kanu. Van Bronckhorst. Marinelli runs it to safety. No foul by Campbell. It's Van Bronckhorst. Kanu had Ljungberg just behind, but couldn't play it in his direction. Jonathan Greening. Ricard. Ljungberg. Luzhny. Henry. Ljungberg. Kanu! Well, they were ready to claim a goal there by the Nigerian, but it goes the wrong side of the post. Ljungberg teeing it up for him. Ehiog's presence may have had something to do with putting him off. Whatever, Kanu couldn't provide a direct threat to Mark Crossley's goal. Sol Campbell. Southgate. Middlesbrough actually were the only team to beat Arsenal in the league here last season, before Steve McLaren took charge. While Arsenal have lost 3 here already this season, they haven't lost more than 3 in the league at home for 5 years. Here's Giovanni van Bronckhorst. Ashley Cole with the throw. Back by Henry to Cole. And there's Southgate. Kedru. Back by Rickard to Ince. Challenged by Van Bronckhorst. Campbell. Keown. This is Luzhny. Vieira. Freddie Ljungberg. Kanu. Whelan coming back there against Patrick Vieira. He did a good job. Musto away. Marinelli. In slides Cole. This is Stockdale though for Middlesbrough. Looks long for Rickard. Campbell across with him. Sol Campbell, who hasn't done too much wrong since his move to Arsenal. But that first half error, one that he will care to obliterate from his memory. Out from Perez. Rickard. Good skills from Marinelli. Dangerous near post cross that Vieira has to deal with, and does. Cole away. Ehion. Keown underneath it. Ljungberg. Van Bronckhorst challenging with Ince. Musto, it's a real dogfight in the middle of the field. Southgate. Campbell. Stockdale. Scrappy play, and as long as it's like that, it will suit Middlesbrough with their lead. Stockdale there, caught Perez late. Arsenal get the free kick. Here's Vieira. Perez. Trying to get around Stockdale, who commits the foul again. Van Bronckhorst and Henry in discussions over the taking of the free kick. Ricard. And out of danger by Ince. This is Kanu. Winning the throw for Arsenal, who for all of their continued pressure aren't threatening Crossley's goal nearly enough. Pumped in by Keown towards Henry. Pires! Oh, what a wonderful goal! That is breathtaking! Paul Ince is shown a yellow card, but that is a mere sideshow after a fantastic strike from Pires. What a way to round off the year for him. Middlesbrough are absolutely furious. But from that sort of position, and with bodies in front of him, to get it through like that was absolutely fantastic. Looping, dipping shot. Pires is pleased with it, you can see with that. Henry delighted for his colleague. Arsenal back in the game. Ugo Ehiogu needs treatment, and the Middlesbrough players are continuing their protests to Andy D'Urso, one assumes because of a little brush that Kanu had in the build-up to that goal. Well, Henry scored a few good goals in his time. Pires has delighted the crowds on a cold afternoon here at Highbury. Confirmation of that booking for Paul Ince in the immediate aftermath of the Pires strike. Well, Middlesbrough see their lead cancelled out, and how? Taking some time to restart the game after the injury to Ehiogu and the shenanigans that led to Ince being booked. Now everyone except Mark Crossley inside the Arsenal half, as Middlesbrough have to somehow manufacture for themselves a second goal. The first one looked unlikely. Marinelli takes the free kick here, and Ricard managed to feed it back across despite the fact that Kanu was supposed to be there looking after him. Marinelli. Demonstration of just how hard Pires works. Scorer of a goal of breathtaking quality at one end, an important tackle now at the other. Campbell will be feeling a lot happier now. Keown. Now Luzhny. This is where the real danger for Middlesbrough is, because the momentum now is with Arsenal. Kedru gets it away. Musto gets it away. Ricard here tries to hold it up, but Keown wins it from him. Van Bronckhorst throws himself into everything. Kanu goes in for the challenge on Frank Kedru. A little too forcefully, and concedes the free kick. Well, delighted though they are with that goal, still very much job half done for Arsenal as it stands. And Middlesbrough here need to make a change. The injury to Ugo Ehiogu can't be run off, and Colin Cooper, coming up to the hour mark, is going to come on. Ehiogu jeered as he makes a slow exit. Arsenal fans believing that this is holding up the inevitable, or what they would view as the inevitable. So Colin Cooper has to now slot in alongside Southgate at a difficult time. Middlesbrough having just seen their lead wiped out. So Cooper for Ehiog, the first substitution of the afternoon. Push in the back of Kedru by Kanu. Lizny. Will it carry? It does, just. Sol Campbell. Header on by Henry. Now Kanu, this I think is the third time he's had a brush with Andy D'Urso, and for that challenge on Gareth Southgate, he's just pushed his luck too far, and it looks like being the first Arsenal player booked this afternoon. Heavy challenge on Southgate, who's already sporting a black eye. Kanu then booked. Keogh. Ljungberg. Being wrestled by Musto. Gets the free kick verdict as a result. Now it looks as though Martin Keogh may have a problem. A problem with his foot or his footwear. Well, the game is going on while he sorts that out. Southgate with the header away. Arsene Wenger urging his team on. Pires. Cross towards Ljungberg. Southgate intervenes. Ricard up against Vieira. Luzhny. Southgate away. Ince. Stockdale. Marinelli. Campbell. Musto. This is Whelan. Greening to Kedru. Well, they've overrun it, which is to Arsenal's relief, because they are still minus a man. Martin Keown can now return, having replaced a lace in his boot. Patrick Vieira had to temporarily fill in for him at the back. Well, consistency is the key. That is Arsene Wenger's message if Arsenal are to win back the championship that they last won back in 1998. They came into this game 3 points better off than they were at the same stage of that championship winning year. They were second at the start of the day. They were sixth at the same stage of that year, but they remained undefeated after the turn of the year until the title was clinched. And that will be the key stringing together a good sequence of results, proving durable and hard to beat. It is, in spite of Arsenal's comeback, still a worrying trend that they almost seem to have to give opponents a goal start. Keown. Kanu. Given away to Greening. This is Musto. Marinelli. Rickard, Stockdale. Rickard again. Marinelli, well, he got away from Cole and then fell. And what's the referee going to do about that? Ashley Cole pleads his innocence. It was a rather exaggerated fall by Marinelli. It's a yellow card for Cole nonetheless. A yellow card then for Cole. Again, Arsenal worried about what they view as a blatant time-wasting ploy here by Middlesbrough. Is Marinelli going to be asked to leave the field? Well, no, he isn't. Marinelli makes a quick recovery as he runs over the ball. Ince's kick is cleared. Perez gets it away. Southgate. Vieira looking to get there. Campbell away. Ince. Marinelli. Vieira does leave him grounded this time, and now, as well as the crowd, the referee has no sympathy with him. Arsenal, they do, and Vieira very sporting in putting the ball out. It was Vieira who committed the tackle. The referee wasn't convinced enough to give a free kick. Actually looked perhaps more convincing than the previous one from Ashley Cole, where his exaggerated dive perhaps hoodwinked the referee into booking Cole. Vieira gets away with it. Marinelli's off the field, and Whelan from the throw-in has given Arsenal the ball back. So with Marinelli off, Arsenal play on. Oleg Luzhny. Henry. Southgate away. Musto. Risky for Stockdale. Marinelli's ready to return when given the signal, as he has been now. Straight on, Marinelli still hobbling, trying to cut out Campbell's ball. Sol Campbell up against Whelan. No repeat of the first half error there. Cole. Perez. Cut out by Ince. Back by Henry. This is Vieira. Luzhny. Kanu. Vieira. Luzhny. Keown. Tried to lift it over for Kanu. Keown looking progressive. Trying to turn on the style there. Flipping it over for Kanu, who just made his move too early. And Marinelli has been jeered every time He's touched the ball since his initial clash with Ashley Cole, is now going off. And Alan Johnston is the player who's going to come on for him. Johnston has missed the last couple of matches since the defeat by Liverpool with injury, with just over 20 minutes of this FA Barclaycard Premiership match in which to make an impact. And Arsenal with a change too. Kanu off. Dennis Bergkamp, who scored 6 times in 8 appearances against Middlesbrough, on in his place. Bergkamp, who came on from the bench and scored twice on the opening day of the season at the Riverside Stadium. And another change also being effected here by Arsenal. Sylvain Wiltord is on, and Freddie Ljungberg has made way for him. Scored goals after coming on as a substitute in the comebacks against Villa and Chelsea, did Wiltord. Can he repeat the trick for a third time? Away by Cole. Pires. Lizny. Wiltord. Lizny unable to ride Pedri's challenge. Keogh. Vieira. And Henry, that was late, but he is offside. Stockdale. Greeny. Ince. Clip by Van Bronckhorst. Ince with a free kick. An important header away only to Johnston. He's taken it on too long. And Johnston with the first opportunity to get involved in the match, really. So almost 38,000 here at Highbury, and they've witnessed another cracking addition to the goals collection with Pires effort. Won't be so pleased though at the untidy way in which they conceded the first goal. Pires. Van Bronckhorst. Just a little way behind Bergkamp, and he couldn't quite pull it within his range. Pires. Henry. Van Bronckhorst. Cole. All very congested there at the edge of the area. Musto gets it away. Well, they've packed them in tight. Try and squeeze the space for Arsenal. And it worked. Johnston. Rickard. Wiltord. Pires. The combination, Pires goes through. Well, he's risking a booking here because the referee looked on that as a dive, and it's a yellow card. The referees have been told to clamp down on that. He claimed there was a push by Robbie Musto. May have been slight contact, but it was the heaviness of the Pires fall that convinced Andy D'Urso that the decision should go in Middlesbrough's favour. Campbell. Wiltor. Pires. Campbell to Cole. Henry. Wiltor. Pires. It's away from Stockdale. Southgate away. Ashley Cole. Campbell. Flags up to offside. Wiltord wonders who was the offender. Andy Campbell all set to come on for Middlesbrough with just under a quarter of an hour left of this FA Barclaycard Premiership match. Noel Whelan is the man who's gone off, the man who got Middlesbrough's goal. Campbell, whose proposed move to London, to Crystal Palace, faltered on medical grounds earlier this season. Now on for perhaps a final push for victory for Middlesbrough. With Johnston. Run away from Rickard. Keown away. Stockdale. Away by Ashley Cole. Henry. Southgate. Bergkamp. Vieira. And again. Cole. Vieira. Musto. Greeny. Stockdale to Campbell. Here's Sol Campbell. Keown. Wiltord. Luzhny. Vieira. Wiltord trying to guide it in to the path of Thierry Henry. And at least his efforts have reaped the reward of a corner. Pires to take the corner. Dennis Bergkamp. Campbell. Cleared from Vieira by Stockdale. Cole will come under pressure here from Rickard. Sol Campbell. Luzhny. Now Keown. Pires. Away by Stockdale. Rickard catches it, but the referee has awarded him the free kick for a spot of pushing by Sol Campbell. Well, Arsenal will start 2002 at Leicester. They then visit Watford in the FA Cup, and they've got a particularly difficult end to January with Liverpool here and Leeds away. So And they need to end the old year on the right sort of footing. Bergkamp here trying to put a ball through for Patrick Vieira. Well read though by Southgate, whose reading of danger has been impeccable. Bergkamp. Wiltord. Back to Dennis Bergkamp. Cole is free if he can spot him, and he has! Ashley Cole has got the goal that completes the Arsenal revival. Wonderful vision from Dennis Bergkamp. He saw Cole in space, making his move at just the right time. And Cole, with his second goal of the season, has helped to turn it around. Yet again, as on Boxing Day, from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. Arsenal have the lead. His first league goal here in 14 months since he got one against Manchester City. His only goal previously this season at West Ham. A fantastic moment for Ashley Cole, and Arsenal now in control. Luzhny. Sol Campbell. Perez. Cole gets away from Andy Campbell. Perez again. Good ball to Luzhny. Southgate. Andy Campbell. Can't get around Van Bronckhorst. Free kick given away by Ince. And Arsenal wanting to make another change at the earliest opportunity. Gilles Grimondi. And Thierry Henry is the player who'll come off. Arsenal already with two forwards on there in Bergkamp and Wiltord. Presumably Wiltord now will come more central. A rare outing without a goal for Thierry Henry, but happy to let Perez and Cole take the plaudits. His 150th Arsenal appearance, Gilles Grimondi. Here he is. Luzhny. Kedru losing out to Bergkamp. No one in the middle now for Arsenal, with Henry having gone off. Vieira. Ashley Cole. Grimondi. Bergkamp with a cross. Southgate there, stepping in ahead of Wiltord. Well won back though, and fed right across towards Van Bronckhorst. Crucial that Stockdale got there, and he did. Van Bronckhorst with a corner. Bergkamp. Offside flag up. Sends to Wiltord. Well, Arsenal haven't lost their last game of a calendar year for 6 years, since a 3-1 win here for Wimbledon in their last match of 1995. The way the first half went, you wondered if that run was about to end. But Middlesbrough's effort in the first quarter of the game from Noel Whelan roundly cancelled out in the second half. Breathtaking quality in the goal from Perez, and perceptive vision from Bergkamp to set up Ashley Cole for what could be the winner, although there are still more than 5 minutes left for Middlesbrough to bounce back. Middlesbrough will start the new year against Everton. Here's Kedru. Southgate. Andy Campbell up against Cole, and he got away from him. Cole tried to play it against Campbell. Helped on by Ince to Rickard. Trying to force it through to Andy Campbell here, who suddenly finds himself surrounded. Now Johnston will try and cut in. Well, this fixture marks the halfway point of the Premiership season for Middlesbrough, and will leave them a little too close to the relegation zone for comfort if it stays this way. Vieira, Grimondi, Luzhny, Perez off on a charge. Floored in the end by the challenge of Kedru. And the referee calls the defender towards him. It's another booking for a Middlesbrough player. And it's another opportunity for Arsenal. Two on they lead. Could it be more before the end? Ince has to deal with a free kick. Confirmation of that yellow card for Frank Kedru. Van Bronckhorst with a corner. Away by Musto, Vieira. Keogh. Back by Bergkamp. Musto. Bergkamp. Van Bronckhorst. Wiltor. Bergkamp's offside. Well, at least it allows a little more time to go to waste. Bergkamp, who again has come on and had a big part to play. It was his ball that set up Ashley Cole for what could be Arsenal's winning goal. Keogh has given away a free kick in a position of some danger. Rickard wants to carry on the argument with Martin Keogh. Keogh, though, will not allow himself to be distracted, I'm sure. Ince seems to fancy a crack. Kedry's there as well. Ince hits it against the wall. And Perez first to come out towards Ince. Cooper. Away by Luzhny. And again away by Luzhny. But his course for staying in the team, no harm at all, Luzhny, whose first team opportunities have been limited this season. But he'll hope to get an extended run when Lorraine's away with Cameroon at the African Nations Cup. Well, there is plenty of time for Middlesbrough still to get an equaliser, because there's 5 minutes of stoppage time. And the visitors visibly more lifted by that than the home team, who suddenly find themselves having to hang on. Ricard has come back too late. He was offside. Southgate. Greeny. Van Bronckhorst with the throw. Here's Grimondi. Van Bronckhorst. Cooper. Cooper left to deal with that himself, because his goalkeeper Mark Crossley had momentarily switched off there. Campbell. Vieira. Greeny doggedly hanging in there against Patrick Vieira. Overrun by the Arsenal man. As though Vieira is going to go through the whole of 2001 without scoring a league goal. There's 2.5 minutes left in which to rectify that. A win rather than any personal goal-scoring milestone, though, more important for Arsenal. Bergkamp's header on. Robbie Stockdale. Campbell. Ince. Ricard. Sol Campbell clears, only for Ricard. Stockdale was coming back from an offside position. Well, it looks like being a sour end to the year again for Middlesbrough, who haven't won their end-of-year fixture for 4 years. Arsene Wenger's team, though, poised to end 2001 with the right result. Wiltord. Vieira. Lizny. Off the hand of Gareth Southgate. Arsenal free kick. Grimondi wanted to get on with the taking of it quickly. Ince prevented Arsenal from so doing. Vieira takes it. Here's Pires. He's looking to do the professional thing. And Campbell. Closed down by Vieira. All eyes on the referee now. We've reached the allotted amount of stoppage time. Ince trying to bring about one last effort for a Middlesbrough equaliser. Grimondi away. And Arsenal end 2001 on a winning note and in familiar style. A goal down, they won it 2-1. Ashley Cole getting the winner after a breathtaking goal from Pires had cancelled out the first half effort of Noel Whelan. Middlesbrough furious about the winner though, and Gareth Southgate and Colin Cooper have both confronted referee Andy D'Urso after the final whistle. For once it's the visitors here at Highbury who are making the wrong sort of headlines for confronting the referee. Middlesbrough though going down by 2-1, and Arsenal maintaining their chase for the championship. It's finished at Highbury. Arsenal 2, Middlesbrough 1.
Birmingham City 3, Warsaw 0, 1.